Today, we're diving into something, well, something pretty fundamental to being human. We all want to live a life that feels meaningful, right? But it takes some serious courage to actually listen to the one voice that knows the way. And that voice is your own. So this is all about how we can find that courage. So let's just start with a really direct question. I want you to take a second and be honest with yourself about this. Are you living your life, or are you just following a script someone else wrote for you? It is so easy to just go through the motions, to follow a path that was laid out by others without ever stopping to ask, wait, is this even where I want it to go? So why is it so easy to end up on someone else's path? Well, it's because from the minute we're born, we're surrounded by noise. It's this constant hum of opinions, advice, and expectations telling us who to be, what to want, how to act. And this isn't just some background static. It's a real force that can pull you completely off your own course if you're not careful. And think about where this noise comes from. A lot of the time, it's from sources that seem totally normal, even good. The expectations of your family, the traditions of your culture, maybe even some well-meaning expert advice. And look, none of these things are necessarily bad on their own. But the collective weight of it all, it can get so heavy that it just smothers that quiet, personal truth that's trying to guide you from the inside. And when we let all that noise take over, we start living by what you could call dogma. It's a simple idea, really. You're just living by the results of other people's thinking. You're basically accepting their conclusions for your life. And yeah, it can feel comfortable, even safe, to follow a pre-approved script, but the cost is huge because it slowly, piece by piece, erodes your own internal compass. But here's the thing, despite all that noise, there is another voice. And you know there is. You've heard it. It's that feeling you get in your gut, right? That little stir when something feels deeply right or deeply wrong. It's not loud at all, which is exactly why it's so easy to ignore. And this is the key. Your intuition, your inner voice, it communicates in whispers. It's a gentle nudge, not some loud command. So in a world that is constantly shouting at you, you have to make a conscious choice to quiet things down and really lean in to hear what it has to say. This really brings us to a pretty uncomfortable choice, doesn't it? Are you playing for the audience, or are you playing for yourself? I mean, this question cuts right to the heart of it all. Because chasing that external validation, that applause, it so often means you have to sacrifice your own internal integrity. So this choice really creates the whole framework for your life. You can think of it like you're using one of two different scorecards. There's the outer scorecard, that's all about living for applause, meeting everyone else's expectations. But then there's the inner scorecard, and that one is based on authenticity, on actually listening to that quiet voice. So the real question is, which scorecard are you using to measure your life? So what's the consequence of always choosing that outer scorecard? Well, when your main goal is to please everyone else, you end up shape-shifting to fit into every mold except your own. You're constantly in motion, you're busy, but you're not actually going anywhere meaningful. You're just running in circles. Okay, so how do you start? How do you get off that track? It starts by accepting a fundamental truth. Your journey is yours and yours alone. There is no universal, pre-printed map for your life. Others can give you advice, sure, but at the end of the day, you are the one who has to draw your own map. You're the one who has to build your own bridge to get where you need to go. I want to just pause on that for a second because it is so important. Your life is not a democracy. It is not a group project. It's not up for a vote. It is a solo journey of discovery, and the only person who can possibly navigate it is you. Trying to outsource that responsibility is just a guaranteed way to get completely lost. And why is this solo journey so critical? Because the stakes could not be any higher. You get one. We don't get a do-over. This is not a dress rehearsal. You get one precious life, and to waste it living by someone else's script isn't just a small mistake, it's a tragedy. But when you do find the courage to listen, to follow that whisper, even when it's scary or when you're not sure where it's leading, that's where the magic is. That is the true source of genuine, unshakable fulfillment. A life built on that foundation will be truly your own. So let's just end with this thought. Forget about wealth or status or praise from others. The greatest privilege you will ever have is the chance to be exactly who you are. Your only job is to find the courage to claim it. Whatever you do, don't squander that privilege.